Hello everyone, my name is Stephen and I'm going to be taking you through the history of Woolwich and what it was like back in the 19th century when it was still part of Kent. And we're also going to hear from one of the local residents who lives in the area and what he thinks of Woolwich. So let's listen to what our first guest has to say, but first we'll get into the history and what Woolwich was like in the 19th century. Woolwich is a district within the Royal Borough of Greenwich, and it's located just over 8 miles from Charing Cross. Up until the 19th century, it was part of Kent, and it merged into the Greenwich Borough in 1965, and remains the administrative centre. Because of the part "wich" in Woolwich, part of the name, the Anglo-Saxon term for a settlement full of artisan activity, people believe that the name Woolwich means trading place for wool. The first ever McDonald's in the United Kingdom was opened here in Woolwich in 1974 and is still there, where cheeseburgers were once 21p and a quarter pounder was 48p. The football team Arsenal FC originated from it and takes the name and inspired logo design from the area of Woolwich Arsenal. Right, so Kaiden, obviously you've lived in Woolwich for your whole life, so what do you think about Woolwich? And obviously you've been here since the times before the gentrification, so what do you think about it now and how you've seen it change over the years?
I can't lie. Before all the gentrification, which was a place, I think now it's getting worse. Crime rate is there. It's high. But it's a vibe at the end of the day. Like the main bit of the main strip, it's just like full of uncles.
So how do you think that they can think about the police? Do you think that they could help to reduce that in any way, or just add things in place to solve that?
I mean, they've got facial recognition cameras. Like, it's a camera. Yeah. It's a camera. It's a camera. The camera's not going to stop someone stealing from a shop. It's not going to stop someone from stopping someone in the alleyway.
That's true.
Yeah, someone got stuck on the bus. The facial recognition camera stopped.
And also, do you feel worried that obviously people around your age as well are involved in that, and what do you think as a community they could do to help reduce it, or just...
There needs to be more in place to get them away from that life of crime. Something more like easier access to jobs, easier access to the arts and things like that.
Yeah. And do you think that stuff like community places for the youth could help reduce that? Also with Woolwich, it saw the introduction of the SO11 and also previously before that the Elizabeth line, which opened in 2022. How do you think that that's helped transport in London?
Me personally, whatever the SO11, for me, it's better than you can come there for 17, but it's still just much more rich to come there. Like, there's not. It's like not a lot of people who are on it. It's not that much. It comes from the time, so it's good. But that way, it needs some flowers all the time to get from central London to their roof. I think it's quite useful. I feel like it's not.
And do you think that this is something that is a key step to transforming Woolwich and also the apartments which they're building as well? Do you think that's also a step in the right direction for Woolwich to advance to become better?
Definitely, but there is people that don't know people that want to live in Woolwich. Places where there's nothing going on.
And lastly, obviously you're just someone who lives in the area, but if you were in charge, what do you think could be done and put in place to help it improve?
I think definitely something for people to do. Even shopping centre, somewhere that can make you stand out. Because I'm going to see what's going on. You see what's going on. You
before I let you go, what do you make of Woolwich Waves? Do you think that that's something that is positive for the Woolwich community?
Yeah, it makes because as much as the stuff in there is new, I feel like it could have been something way different to just legislature. Could have just been a whole big legislature. Yeah, good work. Obviously with waterfront, that could have stayed. That's just what it was. And then everything else we were to Woolwich Waves. Something big or something better than it is now. It's just a few of those things. Obviously the gym nights, you know, stuff for gyms and that's what
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Arsenal FC, the famous football club, originated from and takes its name and inspired logo design from the area of Woolwich, Arsenal. Since 1308, the free Woolwich ferry service has carried vehicles and passengers across the River Thames over to North Woolwich on the other side. The Woolwich Foot Tunnel is a lot less known, but its entrance is currently hidden behind the doomed Waterfront Leisure Centre. The Thames Barrier was opened in 1984. It was designed to stop London being flooded by abnormal sea levels from the North Sea. They test the barrier a few times a year, but it's slowly losing its effectiveness for purpose. Woolwich was an important naval, military and industrial town. After years and years of economic hardship and social deprivation, it's finally turning its fortunes around. Vast regeneration projects have already radically changed its infrastructure and culture, and this is just the beginning of things to come. Woolwich is served by two mainline train stations, a DLR terminal station, Thames Clipper boat services and a large variety of bus routes. It's two short stops from London City Airport, a 5-minute journey. From December 2018, Woolwich will be connected by the Elizabeth line of the new Crossrail train service for a faster direct connection to central London and Heathrow International Airport.
Joe Haddon reporting here from Woolwich in south-east London, where earlier this afternoon a 14-year-old boy was tragically fatally stabbed on a London bus. As you can see, the double-decker bus is just there behind me. Forensics officers with torches, you can still see them on the lower deck trying to pick up any remaining evidence that they can find. Police have just done a press conference where they've told us that they haven't made any arrests yet.
I'm very sad to say that this afternoon a 14-year-old boy has died following an incident in Woolwich. Police were called at just before 2:30 p.m. to reports of a stabbing on a bus. The incident occurred on a route 472 bus on Woolwich Church Road near the junction with the A205 South Circular Road. Officers attended along with the London Ambulance Service and the London Air Ambulance. The initial alert was raised by a local officer out on patrol. Paramedics treated a 14-year-old boy at the scene who had received stab wounds, but really sadly he died shortly after medics arrived. Our thoughts at the time were with the victim's family and friends. This is a horrendous crime and I can't imagine what they must be going through right now. No arrests have been made at this early stage, but we are working at pace to identify and arrest those involved, and police cordons and road closures will remain in place while we continue to carry out inquiries. I know this will be a worrying time for everyone here in Woolwich, and all the more so given the very young age of the victim. The community can expect to see an enhanced police presence around the scene and the surrounding area. I would urge anyone who witnessed this horrific incident or has any information which might help to call police on 101 with reference 3795 of the 7th of January, or call Crime Stoppers anonymously. Thank you.
And I want to thank you all so much for watching, and do catch us again next time. But for now, take care and goodbye from London.